Hey, it's me, and I wanted to share something with you. Actually, I was not in a good vibe just before. I was thinking, why is that? Thing is, yesterday I received another package from Ukraine with some of my stuff, and I realized that some items, like music, like the other day, I heard some music which I used to listen to before in my old house when I was still married, and it brought tears and emotions and memories which were healthy in a way. But what I've noticed yesterday is I got some stuff back, and I got a piece of jewelry. It was actually a ring that I bought at some point, and the ring is beautiful, and I've had so many compliments about that ring. It's a power object. I mean, it was with a gemstone, but I also it brought up memories which were actually negative related to that ring, because I also received some criticism and some experiences which I completely forgot about. But the minute I took the ring out and I cleaned it and put it on, and I was walking, and I was like, all the way to town, I was experiencing a lot of negative thoughts, a lot of negativity. And I thought, like, hold on a minute, what's going on? Why are you in those vibrations? Why are you like that? What happened? And I realized that it's because I put that ring, and those emotions and thoughts that were going through me was something that I was experiencing years ago when I was going through like very negative stuff in my life related to people which are no longer in my life. Let's just put it that way. And I realized that this object is just, I cannot keep this object. I just cannot have it. So I went and got rid of it. I went into the pawn shop and got like 15 quid for it, and the ring is worth much more, but I didn't really care. And it made me really happy. So you gotta really be careful with the stuff that you have around, your home. Also, I was inspired by, I saw someone who was doing videos about chakra system. Very interesting view. Is a Russian guy. And it was a couple of years ago when I was still in Ukraine, and he was telling the story about a gemstone. He was telling a story about, he used to be a very successful entrepreneur. Everything was going great for him. And he was on a tour in India, and he was telling the story how he used to travel all over the world, and he would always bring something home, to his friends, relatives. I think he was married also. Well, the story was that the impact of the gems and how they contain energy and how they can influence our life. So what happened was, he was at the jewelry store in Delhi somewhere, and he found a stone, a gemstone. I don't remember which stone exactly it was. I remember it was yellow. It doesn't matter. Basically, he chose the stone and he wanted to pay for it in cash. No, with the card. And the guy in the store told him, "Sir, we don't accept cards. We only accept cash. So please go and withdraw." And they told him where to go, to the cash machine, which he did. And he came back, paid for it, didn't think much of it, came home. And as he got home, things started to go really bad for him. It got so bad, he got sick, he lost his business. I think his wife, everything just went down, and he couldn't understand what is going on. And it took him a long time. He forgot about that stone, but eventually when he found the stone again and he unwrapped it, he realized that it was not the stone that he picked in the shop. Apparently they swapped the stone, and this stone which he ended up with it had a crack, and it was bringing him bad luck. He didn't know it, but at that point he took it to someone, and someone said, "No, this stone you know, with this crack, it's bad luck and you need to get rid of it. And he said that that you cannot actually just throw it away. You have to do something with it. You gotta either sell it, or somebody's gotta take it away from you, or something has to happen for real. You know, and it's a very touching story actually. What happened was terrible things with what he said. He went to a priest to talk about the stone, and the priest told him, well, it's a nice stone, you know, let me have it, and I think, I don't know what the priest was going to do with it, but as far as I remember, he was about to build a brand new church and become the you know, the leader of this church. So the guy told him, warned him that, look, this stone it brings bad luck, you know. And I just remember this ring and all this crap I've been going through and all of the negative emotions I have associated with that ring. Anyway, what happened was, years later, he did warn the priest. He said, look, you know, it is what it is, but he said, yeah, it's okay, I'm a priest. Then some time later, the guy went to see whether he built his new church, and it was in a very special location in Russia. It's a known location. It's a church in, it's an island in the middle of, not in the middle, but it's an island on a lake. And he went there and he saw the foundation was like empty. There was no church. And he asked, there was an old lady, you know, there, and he asked her, where is the priest? Why is there no church? And she told him that that he got degraded in his position. He lost the financing to that church, and nobody had any idea where he was or something like that. I don't remember the exact details, but basically, why I'm telling you this, if you have something of material value, which is a high material value, but you have a association, some negative associations with it, and you feel like that there is something towards that item, get rid of that item, because it's going to remind you each time of this and cause these vibrations, you know. So I didn't care that the guy offered me 15 quid, because I didn't know, like, I thought I need to do something with it. What am I gonna do? I was walking by and then I just looked and it said pawn jewelry, you know. Okay, I thought I'll go in there and just show it. And he's like, okay, yeah, waited and said, I'm gonna give you this for it. And I'm like, okay, great, you know. So yeah, just wanted to share that. I'm in good vibes again, and I think it's very important. Those things do carry a lot of energy, and we tend to hold on to material things. And how many stories there are where people got into fights because of material, because of money. I've been in this situation, and I do never ever want to experience that ever again. To break up any relationship because of any material. You know, relationships it's more important, okay? So maybe I'll film a bit more later. If not, thank you for watching and commenting, and I'm wishing you a great and a sunny, wonderful day in the UK. I wanted to add about, you know, these objects. If they contain some negative experience, like negative, let's just call it negative energy. But what I mean is that, let's say that you have an object. It can be anything. It can be a car. Okay, I've had that experience, and you have some association with that object, which is heavy, which is you know, something that I don't want to use the word bad, but I just mean, like, if something. If you have any negative associations with that object, you cannot give that object to anybody, because if you're gonna give that object to someone, then you know, energy cannot be stopped. You know, it can only be transformed. So you will basically give that to that person, and then that person is going to experience that. So you got to be really careful with those things. That's why I didn't give the object, although it was an expensive object. I thought maybe I should just give it. I did not know. And I also remembered, how did I obtain that piece of jewelry? Well, I was very selfish, and my ego was at the very top. It was like not too long after my awakening. Okay, I thought I needed this, this stone because I heard it had healing capacities, and I went and I found it and I bought it, and the shop and that guy I bought it from, and everything related to that was just like, it's nothing that I want to have. It's nothing that I want to have anything to do at this stage of my life. Do you know what I mean? So I thought, but the thing is, I found that object myself. So I thought the best thing to do, if it goes like for real, you do it through a service, and they are gonna sell it or whatever, they're gonna put it up. The object is going to attract that energy that it attracted in the first place. You know what I mean? So it's gonna attract someone who's probably will need that object to go through something similar that I've been through, because it did help me realize a lot of things about myself which are not really nice, that I had to deal with and work through. Okay, so think about that. I hope that it's useful what I'm saying, and if it's not, that's okay. I'm just sharing. Apart from that, the weather is great. Everybody's out, and I'm just going to the shore to see what's up. So just stay with me. I'm gonna film a bit there. Look, if you have any problems in the UK, you're feeling bad, you have bad vibes, then come to this place, and you're gonna have a great mood. When I used to live, I used to live other places before I came back, and I used to live in Surrey, and every time I would go here, and every time I would just be in a great mood after being here. Always, no matter what time of the year it was, this place here has the greatest mood. Well, I mean, maybe there are other places, I'm sure there are, but this is just my experience. I've been to Cornwall and those places, but that's just a bit, I mean, it's nice there, but it's just too far for me. So, but hey, that's just me. You might have a different opinion. Let me know in the comments. It would be great to hear from you. The best way to convert energy, we're gonna go to the supermarket, and the money that I got for that item, gonna convert it into food, beautiful food, and then eat it. And that's it. I think that is the best conversion, because if you go and spend the money on another physical object, then you will look at that physical object and it's going to remind you that you've converted into that, so that's not gonna work. Okay, I hope it's not too much for you, but that's how I see the world. Numbers, energy, and vibration, like in a good vibration. You know that song? Like this channel, good vibes, good vibration. And if for any reason you have a bad vibe, just go to TK Maxx and find some good stuff, and the vibes are gonna be great again for you. I promise you that, okay? What a great day it's after all, huh? Look, I found a beanbag. Someone just put it up, and I needed one, and there it is. And the other day I didn't record this. It was actually just before I moved out of the first place that I came into. I really love these candles, the crackling candles. I'm not gonna say the brand because I don't want to, but I know maybe you probably know the one that I mean, the crackling candles. And they have this one big one. It's an oval. It has an oval shape, and it has what's the name of the thing that actually burns inside of the paraffin? I don't know, the one that you light up. It's a long one. It's like this long, and it makes an amazing crackling sound. Anyway, they're quite expensive, these candles, And I knew that I was, usually I go and get them. They have them in TK Maxx sometimes, that particular shape. But you know what happened? I went outside, I was just walking past and I couldn't believe my eyes. Someone put outside near the bin a brand new candle, absolutely brand new, untouched. I'm like, what? Sent from God, okay? It's a miracle. I'll show it to you when I get home, okay? Okay, so I've converted that money that I got for this wonderful food. Now I'm going to convert it through my body. Okay, I think you got the point and the idea about it, but yeah, I go all the way. I take these things pretty serious. The thing is, once you've reached a certain level of understanding and consciousness and awareness and everything, how everything works, well, you gotta do it the right way, okay? Have a great day in the UK. Look, the sun is just here. See ya. Look at this baby. This is the most amazing piece I've ever seen in my life. Like, I couldn't resist. It's impossible. Because this is smashing, baby. Absolutely. This is the one that I meant. I love this candle. What brand is it? Let me know in the comments.